We are at the National Quartet Convention, and I have to tell you, one of the benefits of the trip to Louisville is that we get to talk to people like this. One of the all-time classic Southern Gospel quartets, the Inspirations Quartet. And we have members of the Inspirations with us. Standing right next to me is Mike Holcomb. And Mike, welcome to Gospel Music Today.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
Now let me ask you, before we introduce the other guys, give me a little story of the beginning of the Inspirations.
The Inspiration started way back March of 1964 with a chemistry and science teacher and 4 of his students.
And just guys that like to sing Southern Gospel. And
that was it. That was the thing that most all families did in the mountains, you know. Not a lot of people there, sparse population. They loved to sing together. They learned how to sing kind of a mountain family harmony together. And so these guys had sung all their lives, really, with their kinfolks. But then when the opportunity came for them to put together something where they could do it away from the family, they did that.
I'm going to ask you to introduce the other guys.
Okay. Next is Melton Campbell, our baritone singer, been with us 11 years now. Then David Reagan, 25 years old next week, I believe, next month, and he's been with us 2 years now. And then the new man in the line down there, Jody Hosterman, sings tenor. He's been with us since the spring.
How did you get involved with the Inspirations Quartet?
Well, I was sang in Georgia. We had a part-time group in Georgia, and I sang with them, and the Inspirations were opening up in Warner Robins, Georgia at a civic center, and the promoter asked our quartet to come open up for them. And so we sang that night, and it was just about the time that Eddie Dietz was leaving the group. And Eddie came in, heard me singing, and then Martin came in, and they said that there's who you need to get to take my place. And so that's how it all came about. What's a neat story is Martin had asked me to learn the baritone part, learn how to sing the baritone part with the group. I'd learned it backwards and forwards, singing the baritone part. I got on the bus to ride with them one weekend, and Archie's granddaughter was born that weekend. I just happened to be on there. And Jack Laws, the old bear hunter, he traveled with them. And Martin said, well, Matt's going to have to move up to tenor, and Jack's going to sing baritone. And he looked at me and he said, you're our lead singer tomorrow. And I went, oh, no. I'm singing lead for the first time stepping on stage. I'm the lead singer. So that's how it all come about.
Because when we first met you were brand new with the Inspirations Quartet.
Right. I met you guys last year, and I had been with them not quite a year, but it's been 2 years now. Next week it'll be 2 years that I've been here, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Just loving it. I consider it a great honor to be here.
Yeah, it is. It's got to be. How did you get involved with the Inspirations?
Well, I grew up in Michigan. I have 3 younger brothers, and the 4 of us used to imitate the Inspirations because we just don't have Southern Gospel music like this up north. And when we fell in love with the Inspirations and we sang their songs, and whenever the Inspirations would come to Michigan, which would be about one time a year, we would be there. And of course, they liked us because we were younger, and we'd sing for them a couple times, and just in the lobby of the church or whatever, and they liked us. And later on, when I went to college down in Florida, I got the opportunity during some of my time off, summer break. Matt Deibler, the lead singer at the time, he called and asked if I would fill in for him. He had to be out Memorial Day weekend because his daughter was going to be graduating from high school. And I couldn't believe it. Now, I'd never really sung lead before, but he asked if I would do it, and I said I would definitely try. And I got to sing, and that got my foot in the door, so to speak. And so when I found out that they were needing somebody, Martin called me, and the rest is history.
Let me ask you the same thing. How did you get involved with the Inspirations Quartet?
Absolutely out of the blue. I tell people all the time, if I had to make a list of groups that I would have never imagined myself singing with, Inspirations probably would have been at the top of that list. Just never would have occurred to me in a million years. Opportunity just came. They needed a guy, kind of spur of the moment. It happened very quickly. They ran into some friends of mine at a concert and had asked them, you know any tenor singers? And they mentioned my name, and just happened to have a CD on hand that night, and they passed it along. And the next day I got a call, and it was Mike Holcomb on the other end of my telephone. And talked to me for a little while, and he said, let me give you Martin's number, and here I am.
Tell me about the Inspirations new CD with that tractor on the cover.
Well, we went kind of back to grassroots there. I think we went to a little community barn that they use in a park down near Jackson, Georgia, and there were some fellas there with tractors and goats and chickens and all kinds of things, and they were having this mini festival. So we had our picture made there, and it just stuck. And the people at Crossroads liked it, and they said it looked more like us than other things. So that's how that came about.
And now I know what kind of a tractor it is, too. What's the title of the CD?
It's called On the Sunrise Side. It's got a song on there that's about that very thing, about how we need to be about our Father's business. We need to be winning souls for Christ. We need to be telling folks about the coming of the Lord, because we're on the sunrise side right now. But when we cross over, we don't have that opportunity anymore. It's too late. And so for our children, for our grandchildren, for our neighbors' children, we need to be telling them about the Lord and trying to get them saved, get them ready, because very soon time's going to slip away.
Very good. Hey, to all the members of the Inspirations, thank you very much for talking to us on Gospel Music today. One of the all-time great groups, and it's really a thrill. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's more coming up on Gospel Music Today.